really does depend. Were we together? Were we not together? I don't have specifics on that. But if it makes him feel more comfortable, if that going in his back pay child support, then he could go ahead and do that. But I would love for him to be involved in his daughter's life. Money really.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
To call our first witness, Your Honor.
Okay, just so that I'm clear, the issues of geographic restriction are in place, as well as the issue of access and possession and
Yes.
retroactive child. Those are the three issues that are before the court.
So for the geographical restriction, we are sticking to what was already in the temporary orders. We're confirming that, and we're also confirming the access and possession that was in the temporary orders. I apologize.
Okay. So then what we have left is just retroactive child support.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, thank you. The state would like to call our first witness, Ms. Bautista.
Okay.
Ms. Bautista, can you state your name for the record, please? And unmute.
Graciela Bautista.
All right. And are you asking the court for retroactive support today?
I am.
Okay, and were you and the other party able to agree that the retroactive period would be from March 1st, 2024 to August 31st, 2025?
I don't believe so. I believe he's stating he provided some child support, but he hasn't provided any child support as of those dates.
So I'm not asking for child support. I'm asking
I mean the back pay child support, I'm sorry. Right? That's what we're talking about?
yes, we're just simply talking about dates right now. That
Okay,
there
yes.
was an
Those
agreement
dates are
that
correct.
the dates are okay. Thank you very much. Next, what seems to be in dispute is a loan that the two of you were discussing. Can you please explain to us what is this loan?
Yeah, so this specific loan, I got the loan in order for us to initially have moved to Texas. It was a verbal agreement for both of us that once we had separated, that he was going to assist me with paying that particular loan. That's the only financial help that I've received from him, is in paying that loan, which was probably the most 2 to 3 months that he assisted with that. And after that, I haven't had any amount of money pertaining for child support itself.
Okay, and with that loan, you stated that it was for you to move the family to Texas?
Yes, I got that loan under a title loan on my vehicle for us to move over here, get a U-Haul, get things that we needed to move to Texas, and get the rent for when we first initially had moved back.
Okay, and how much was that loan amount for?
It was about $260 something a month.
What was the total amount for the loan?
The total amount that I received was about $4,500.
Okay. Has the loan been fully repaid as of today?
No, ma'am. I'm still making monthly payments on that.
Okay, and how much remains on that loan?
It's about, I paid maybe like about 1,000 something. So I have to get the actual documents to tell you how much it was, because it was an up loan. So basically I had $3,000 with them, and then I requested more funds, which was the 4,500. So it's added on to that. So I have to see how much is left from that secondary loan that I got. I wouldn't know the exact amount on that.
After talking to our CSO officer, is it fair to state that the amount that has been paid on the loan is $1,370?
The amount that has been paid up till today?
Yes.
No, there's been probably paid more than that on my behalf. I paid more than that.
Okay, how much has Mr. Sanchez contributed to the loan payments thus far?
That loan payment, I would probably say he contributed maybe up to $650.
Say that number one more time for me.
$650.
Okay.
Since our separation.
Okay, since the loan was given to you, how much has Mr. Sanchez paid in total?
I would say we started the loan agreement back in November, so I would have to take out a calculator. So if it started in November, We started paying December. From December all the way until April, he assisted me with the $260 for the title loan.
Okay, and was he paying half and you were paying the other half?
I initially was paying a couple portions because he wasn't working when we first moved down here. So he started making payments when he started working, I would say maybe in February of 2024 until April of 2024.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez is requesting credit for the loan amount. Are you confirming that up until this point he's only contributed $650 to the loan?
I would say that would equal about 3 months of possibly helping me with the loan. Overall, him taking over the payments and contributing to the loan. Yes, because that's
Okay.
when he started working.
And with the money that you received from the loan, was any of that money used to benefit your child directly?
Not at all. It was to pay the loan.
And by pay the loan, you stated, what did you do with the loan money again? Can you list out what all you took care of with the loan money?
Yes, ma'am. I paid directly the loan company where I have the title loan. I paid them when he would give me that money, I would go ahead and deposit those funds to the title loan.
Okay. Explain to me what you used the money for in terms of moving, relocating to Texas. What all did you
Okay,
purchase?
of
What all
course.
did you do?
So we went ahead and we got a U-Haul. I could go ahead and provide a receipt if I need to. So the U-Haul was about $2,100 to $2,200 for us to move over here. I had to go ahead and also get the first month's rent and first month's deposit on that. So besides me having to save a little bit of my personal money, we invested most of the loan as well, most of half of the loan on the first month's rent and first month's deposit, which was about 2,600 in total for first month's rent, first month's deposit.
Okay. And then did your son reside in this house that you put the first and last month's rent down in?
Yes, how is my son relevant to this case?
So we're trying to determine retroactive child support. And thus, your Mr. Sanchez is requesting that he get credit for the loan amount. And so we're trying to determine was the loan money used to benefit your son in any way. That's why it's relevant.
Oh, the child that we share is a daughter. So I have a son, but that's why I'm
Oh, I'm
asking.
sorry, your daughter. I
Yeah, so I got
apologize.
confused. I'm sorry. That's where I got confused.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Was your daughter living in the house that you purchased with the loan money?
Yes. For us to have made with that transition, yes, she was living in
Okay.
that home.
And just to be clear, would you be comfortable giving Mr. Sanchez credit for the $650 that he has contributed to the loan?
With his back pay, child support, is that what we're referring to? Like crediting it some of the back pay or at this point, to be completely certain, he could go ahead and get that credit. Go ahead, Daniel. He could receive that credit. If that's gonna help him, yes, that's fine. He could get that $650 credit.
Okay, so Mr. Sanchez is requesting a $1,370 credit. Are you in agreement that he can have that credit?
No, and not that much credit. No.
So you're just in agreement to how much credit?
I'll give him if I'll come to an agreement of I'll meet in half for $700. If he could come to agreement with half and half on that, then I'm more than comfortable with that.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor. I would like to pass this witness.
Were you going to go over the stipulated issues that she's in agreement to?
Oh, yes, thank you, Your Honor. Were you able to hear the terms that I recited to the court?
I was able to. I just wanted to go ahead and confirm a couple of things that were decided on the temporary order, and I want to confirm that those are still remaining the same, if that's okay.
Correct. So I'll repeat what was stated. We have already made an agreement in regards to you guys being joint managing conservators, with you being the primary conservator. We did no geographical restriction as listed in the temporary orders. We agreed to the visitation that you guys set up within the temporary orders. And then we agreed to a child support amount of $387 and a medical support amount of $650, all beginning on November the 1st, 2025, with you being responsible for providing or applying for government health benefits for
Okay.
for your daughter.
And under that particular one, if she doesn't qualify for government healthcare benefits, it would fall under, what is the court order state? Because I remember I had mentioned something in the temporary order. Would it fall under both of us paying for her insurance in case she doesn't qualify for the state or the government medical insurance?
Yes. Yes, if she does not qualify, then you will be responsible for applying for CHIP or any other government assistance program where you might have to pay a fee. And then the cost will be split 50-50.
Okay. And I know that you mentioned the joint custody. That one in particular, I did request for me to be the one that has 100% of the choices for the doctors, for everything like that. Is that what it's indicating on there as well? Because
No, ma'am.
that's one of the things I wasn't aware that we were going to meet with the judge and they were going to finalize everything today when it came to that sense. And if that was the case, they told me that they were going to go ahead and review everything in detail before they finalize the court order. So that's where I'm a little confused, because when I spoke with the previous, I don't know if she was a judge or not, back in September, me and Daniel had agreed on the temporary order where it is that he does have the visitation rights, but I would be the primary and I would be the only one being able to decide regarding like the medical and everything, as long as she's in my care and he's living out of state.
Okay. Why do you believe it'll be in your best interest or in your daughter's best interest for you to make the medical and educational decisions?
Simply the fact that she's with me 100% of the time and hasn't seen her father in over a year and 3 months. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now. He hasn't really been involved. So I would like him to have a little more presence in her life and be an active father figure in order for him to be able to make those particular decisions. But he just hasn't been involved in quite a long time. So that's the reason why I'm requesting that.
Okay, and under the temporary orders where visitation was set, has Mr. Sanchez complied with the visitation that was set?
No, ma'am.
Okay, what visits did he miss
He hasn't seen her at all.
since the temporary orders were in place?
Yes, ma'am. He hasn't contacted her via phone, or he hasn't seen her physically.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like to pass this witness.
Call your next witness.
The state
Hold on a second. Mr. Sanchez, do you have any questions of this witness?
The only question I have is that she said that the credit's for $700, but I do have Zelle payments going from my bank account to her where it says Graciela Batista in the amounts of the 1,300 and something. So I don't understand where that's even going, because if that was the case, if she's only giving me credit for $700 for the payment, where is the other 600 and some odd dollars is it going in? Is it going to Daylin, or is it going to wherever she pleases the money to go?
Ms. Bautista, that was a question for you.
I guess if he would like that to be credited towards his back pay, we could go ahead and do that. I really don't know what else to say. He could have sold me some money, whatever the case was. I don't recall exactly what it might have been used for. If he does say that it's under his account, just depending on the dates as well. It really does depend. Were we together? Were we not together? I don't have specifics on that. But if it makes him feel more comfortable, if that going in his back pay child support, then he could go ahead and do that. But I would love for him to be involved in his daughter's life. Money really isn't an issue at this point. But yes, if he would like that credited, that's okay.
Mr. Sanchez, any other questions?
No, other than that, I just want to make sure that if I do make an attempt to contact my daughter, that she's not involved with the phone call. Because I mean, there has been times where I did attempt to talk to her, or even messages coming from her that she was calling me out of my name and calling me other names. I just want to make sure that doesn't happen while I'm on the phone with, or any other issues like that arise while I'm attempting to talk to her.
Ms. Bautista?
I mean, all I could say is like if you would attempt to talk to her, then he could probably see the relationship maybe going in a positive direction, but he hasn't reached out to her in over a year, so I can't really speak for recent actions. But you know, we could try to work on it.
Any other questions, Mr. Sanchez?
That'll be it.
Ms. Bryant, call your next witness.
Yes, the state calls Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez, can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, Daniel Ricardo Sanchez.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, were you able to hear the terms that I recited to the court?
Yes, as far as the geographical location and all that, I was in complete agreement with Graciela about that. That's not an issue to me. The child support itself is not an issue to me as well. I just hear you when you were mentioning the medical services. You said it was $650, but originally you told me it was $65. So I just wanted to double check on that.
Agreed. You did say $650.
Sorry. So, based on that, let me clarify. Originally, Ms. Batista was stating that she would only give Mr. Sanchez $650 in credit. She stated that she was okay with that amount.
You had stated that the cash medical support was $650.
No, that was a mistake. It's $65.
Because I heard the same thing, Mr. Sanchez.
No, yeah, I just want to double check that. So that's I'm in complete agreement with that then. So I mean, other than that, I have no real issue going forward with anything else.
Okay, Ms. Batista has made the request that she be appointed sole managing conservator of your daughter. Are you in agreement with that?
Yeah, like I said, I do understand that. I do agree with her. I haven't made an attempt to speak with in quite a while, just because, like I said before previously, there was times where I did attempt to talk to her, and Graciela was calling me out of name, so that's completely fine. Going forward, I will make more attempts to go ahead and talk to her, and then I actually am planning the trip to go out there and visit her soon, so I just got to make sure everything with my work is okay, and I can take the time out that I need to be able to go out there and visit her.
Okay. In regards to the loan that Ms. Batista took out, originally when you took out the loan, was it your intention that the loan would be used for family purposes, or was this meant as a gift to Ms. Batista?
So originally when she did take out the loan, she said it was for us to be able to move back to Texas with it, and I do understand that part. We did use it to move back to Texas with it. As far as when we did end up ending our relationship, I never once agreed that I was going to continue to pay the loan after we had split up. All the payments that I was sending her through the Zelle to Graciela, it was in order to help Daylin. So if she used it towards the loan and it was helping Daylin, then that's completely fine. But I never once agreed to continue to pay it after the fact that we split up. While we were together, yes, I did agree to help her pay for it. But after we split up, we never once brought it back up and talked about the loan or that I was going to help her pay for half of it, or even agreed to the fact that I was going to pay for half of it.
Okay. What was the date that you and Ms. Batista split up?
To be honest with you, I can't remember offhand right now. I do have it to where on my, like I said, when I did start sending her money. But I do want to say roughly around April, maybe a little bit after April. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. And the $1,370 that you mentioned that was sent over to Ms. Batista, was that all intended to go towards your daughter, or was that also part of the payments for the loan?
So before April, whatever whatever I was that I was making towards the payment is what I made toward the payment. That's not what I'm arguing about, because at that point my checks were getting directly deposited into her account and she was managing the money. From that point on, when we did split up, I was in charge of my own money. So whatever I sent to her was with the intentions of using it towards Daylin, not using it towards her loan. And even on the payments, when I did make the Zelle payments, it would say for whatever it was going towards. So if it was going towards Daylin, or if it was towards something that she needed help paying for towards Daylin, I would make sure it was always in the notes for the Zelle payment.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Sanchez. The state would like to pass this witness.
Ms. Bautista, do you have any questions of Mr. Sanchez?
No, I do not.
Ms. Bryant?
The state would like to rest, close, and make our recommendations.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the state is going to request that Ms. Batista be appointed the sole managing conservator of Daylin, with Dad being the possessory conservator. We are requesting that child support be set at $387 and medical support be set at $65. There we go. $65 to begin on November 1st, 2025. We're requesting that mom be responsible for applying for government services for Daylin. We are also requesting that the parties be required to use one app to communicate back and forth. Lastly, we are requesting that the court make decisions regarding court costs. And we are requesting that in regards to retro, that a judgment be taken giving Mr. Sanchez credit for the $1,370 that he sent Mrs. Batista, which would account for a judgment of, with the credit, it would account for a judgment of $5,886.76 with a payback amount of $80 a month beginning November the 1st, 2025.
Okay, and what was the communication platform you were recommending? I haven't heard of the one that you mentioned.
I'm sorry, I think it's
You said something about one app or something like that. I had not heard of that, so I just wanted to make sure that we put it.
app close. App
Oh,
close.
app close. Okay. Ms. Bautista, you heard the recommendations provided by the Attorney General's office. Do you agree or disagree with those recommendations?
I agree.
Is there anything else you would like to address the court at this time?
No, I guess just if I had a chance to tell Daniel just to be part of his daughter's life, she needs her father. She needs a male example in her life. She asked for him a lot, and I just need him to step up and be there in her life because she needs her dad.
How old is she now?
She turned 7 on Sunday, and he didn't call her. So I hope that you do call her and make up that time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Mr. Sanchez, you heard the recommendations provided by the Attorney General's office. Do you agree or disagree with those recommendations?
I agree with them.
Anything else you would like to address the court at this time?
Not at the moment.
Okay. This court will, now it appears there is an agreement, will approve and confirm the agreement as it was testified today on the record. I will order that the parties use the co-parenting app Close. Also, parties are to refrain from making any disparaging remarks of each other in front of Daylin. Court costs will be assessed to Mr. Sanchez. Entry for the order will be this Friday at noon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.